Hi everyone, this video is to give you some tips on nappy changing and how to do it, particularly with a newborn when you're just learning and trying to figure everything out. The most important thing is to have everything pre-prepared. So obviously you've got baby, make sure you've got the wipes of whichever wipes you want to use, your nappy, a nappy sack, and some kind of flannel or cloth or muslin that can be used to pat dry baby and you know, just keep over, particularly little boys, their willy, to stop them weeing everywhere. So lots of babies, particularly newborns, don't like having their nappy changed. They cry a lot in the beginning. It's amazing how quickly they get used to wearing clothes and nappies, and when you have to strip them naked to do any kind of nappy changing or getting dressed, they don't tend to like it very much. Make sure you're all pre-prepared. I always do tend to open the nappy out, tabs at the top, put it under the baby so you can kind of hold their ankles and lift them gently, put the nappy under them, the fresh one, ready for you to just do up when you've cleaned them all up. It doesn't tend to get mucky unless you get a squirty poo that comes out at you all of a sudden, and then you'll end up using another nappy. But most of the time it's the quickest way to do it, to be able to get the nappy done up again fairly quickly. Get a couple of wipes out. You can always put them back in afterwards if the baby's done a wee or you don't then tend to use all of the wipes. Have your nappy sack open and ready to put the wipes straight in and your flannel there. Now if you've got a newborn baby and they've still got their cord attached, you need to make sure that you rest the nappy underneath the cord so that the cord can start to dry out, ready to drop off. Most nappies nowadays have this cutout, which will sit in the newborn nappies anyway, which will sit underneath the cord. So they do half of the job for you, which is good. If they don't, you can always just fold it over to rest underneath the cord. So open the nappy. Obviously you don't know whether you're going to be met with a wee or a poo, or sometimes you do know. Pull this down, get the legs in your hands like that, and use the nappy to start with to wipe most of the excess off that you can get. Okay, then rest it underneath the bottom like that, then get your wipes, and if they've done a poo, wipe off as much as you can get with the wipe. I have the bag there and put it straight in the bag because it's the easiest way. Next one, use as many wipes as you need to. Get your pat dry, pat, you can wipe them dry, make sure they're all dry. Roll the nappy up, put that straight in your bag as well. Make sure the baby is really dry. You can also use the nappy for that to make sure they're nice and dry. It's important you really dry them because otherwise if you leave any damp patches, they're more likely to get sore and red. So little boys tend to, if they're left in the air for too long, they will wee. Girls will as well, but with boys it's a bit more of a drama because their willy tends to fly all over the place and they like to wee in their own faces and all over their hair. So using a flannel when you're just kind of sorting yourself out and getting the nappy ready over just means if they do wee, it's only going to go onto the flannel, and it's fine to just, you know, put that to one side, do the nappy up. Now when you do the nappy up, you do need to make sure it's quite tight, particularly down the sides. They're elasticated, so even if you do it quite tight and it seems quite tight at the time, you should still be able to fit 2 fingers down the front. The main thing to do is push this down as far as you can at the side and stretch the tab up so that we're trying not to have any gap down the side here. Again, little boys in particular, if you do not, if you have the nappy really loose and it was like that, for example, you're going to get lots of leakages. So don't be afraid to do it quite tight. The other thing with little boys is you do need to make sure you point their willy downwards before you do the nappy up. So just give it a little point downwards and then do the nappy up, because again it helps to prevent the leakages. So pull the nappy quite tight over into the middle, and the same with the other side. Push it down with one hand, pull it up with the other. Now there you can feel that even though I've done that quite tight, I can still get 2 fingers down there. We've got the cutout for where the cord would sit, but like I said, if you've got a nappy that hasn't got that cutout, you can just fold it down to sit underneath where the cord is. Obviously, once the cord falls off, you don't need to do that, and you can just have it quite high up their back to prevent the leakages. Now, one other really big thing that you do need to do is these tabs around the edges. A lot of people will forget to pull these out, and they will be tucked in like that around the baby's leg. Again, that will cause leakages, so you need to make sure you just go around each leg and pull the tab out so that the elastic is round the leg and this bit is covering as much as possible. The same on both sides, okay? And then you can do the vest up and continue the rest. One other big tip I will say to you, if they've done a really big poo and it's one of those poos that's literally everywhere, up their back, these vests are brilliant, and there's a bit of a trick with them, you see. You've got the buttons. When you're doing them up, you do them up here. If your baby has done a poo and there is a lot, or you just want to move the vest right out of the way, you can clip the vest up over the baby's shoulder. That way, it's completely out of your way and you're not going to worry about it getting in the way and being peed on, or you know, getting any poo on. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful, and feel free to comment, you know, below if there's anything else that you can think of, but I will see you on the next video.